Yo, what's up, everybody? YVK here. Welcome in to First and Goal. One second, I'm trying to get my computer to charge. Hold up. All right, so we're back. First and Goal. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. We're going over all the top 25 Week 11 NCAA football games this week. So make sure you strap your seatbelt, get ready. It's going to be a nice little ride. You know what I'm saying? So let's get straight to it. Play a little music in the background. And let's go. First game up on the slate. We got Ohio State minus 38 at home, facing off against Purdue. And this Purdue team is 1-7 on the season. Ohio State 7-1 on the season. You already know what time it is. Ohio State easy dub. Don't really got to go over this game pretty much. Now, I know you guys want to know if they'll cover or not. I don't think they. Maybe first half Ohio State, maybe a slight look, but I can't lay no 38 with anybody in this college football. It's tough. We don't know if Ohio State will put the gas on them or not. So stay away game. If I had to play it, take the plus 38. I know, sounds ugly. Next game, 9 a.m. We got number 4 ranked Miami heading out to Georgia Tech, facing off against the Yellow Jackets. Right now, Miami's minus 11. Over and under 63 and a hook. They're expecting a lot of points in this matchup. I am as well. Don't have the information for you about Haynes King, Georgia Tech starting quarterback. So that might change things. But whether he plays or not, I like Miami in this game. If I'm taking the team to win, I'm probably taking them to cover. So I like Georgia Tech, but I don't think they'll win this game. If you remember last year, Miami had that no-kneel game where they lost in the last minute because they didn't kneel the ball. Mario Cristobal, I don't know what he was doing. But this year, I don't even think it'll be a position where they need to kneel until they're up by 21 points in the fourth quarter with under a minute left. So they'll be kneeling this time, but they'll have a 21-point cushion. So I like Miami to win this game in blowout fashion by the second half. Next game here, we got those Gators, Florida Gators, heading out to Austin, Texas to face off the number 5 ranked team in the nation, Texas Longhorns. Right now, Texas is laying 22 and a hook. Total's 47 and a hook, so they're only expecting one team to score here, and that's Texas. I can understand why. Florida's on their third-string quarterback, a kid from Yale. Now, don't get me wrong. They threw him to the Wolves last week against Georgia. Now he's facing off against some more Wolves. He's back out there facing off against some Longhorns. So it's going to be a tough day for that kid. But I couldn't lay 22 in a hook. I'm going to be real with you guys. The only way I could play this is Florida plus the points. But I couldn't play that way either. Texas will win this game. Will they win by 22? Who knows? So I'm going to skip this game on the spread. You guys can do what you want. I truthfully think Florida can, possibly get a backdoor cover in that game. Next game, this is a big one, ladies and gentlemen. We got the number 3 team, Georgia Bulldogs, 7-1 on the season, heading out to Oxford, Mississippi to face Ole Miss, the number 16 ranked team in the nation. Right now, Georgia is minus 2.5, over and under 55 and a hook. And this is a big game, not only just for Ole Miss because they have 2 losses on the season. So if Ole Miss loses this game, they're done for the season. Their dreams are crushed. No playoffs for them. As for Georgia, they have a little leeway. I believe if they lost this game, they still only have 2 losses. Probably would be ranked around 8th or 9th if they lost this game and still have a possibility to make the college football playoff. But this still is a big game for Georgia as well, because if they lose this game, they're definitely going to lose that bye week in the playoffs. And people are not mentioning this. I haven't heard too many people say that. because that bye week is critical. To get that extra week, get your players rested, get the game plan, see which teams you plan. Yeah, it always helps to be 100% healthy. So I like Georgia in this matchup. Also forgot to mention, Parrish is out, the running back for Ole Miss. They have a lot of injuries. I don't know if Lane Kiffin is playing with the media and the committee or whoever he's playing with the injury report, because it's about 20 guys on the injury report for Ole Miss this week. Georgia's rarely looks like they're healthy, relatively, healthy this week. So I like Georgia Bulldogs in this matchup -2.5. Play it, lay it, do what you got to do. I know it's a tough matchup on the road here against Ole Miss, but go Dogs, baby, go Dogs. Next game on the slate, we got 5-4 disappointing team Michigan going to Indiana, and I don't think nobody expected Indiana to be ranked 8th on the season. 9-0, 6-0 in the Big Ten. -14 in the hook, Indiana. This team has been a freight train. They've been rolling over everybody, whoever's in their way. They're winning, covering, double covering, whatever you want to call it, man. This Indiana team's been rolling. I know last week I took a stab against them, and I said I could be a fool, and I definitely was a fool. But call me a fool once again. I can't lay 14 in the hook against a Michigan team that still has a good defense. I know Indiana's been rocking and rolling, and I can't take anything away from this team right now. I think Indiana will still get the win. But 14, the hook, I think Michigan can come in there and play enough defense to keep this a low-scoring fight. But if this gets out of hand, I won't be surprised. Game I would not put any money on, but hopefully Michigan covers, and I'm right about that. Next game, number 17, Iowa State. 7-1 on the season, 4-1 in the Big 12. They're facing off against Kansas, and this Kansas team's 2-6 on the season. They were ranked before the season started. They lost out the gate, and ever since they haven't been winning. Right now, Iowa State's only laying -3, over and under 50 in the hook. And this spread is telling us to take Kansas, Will I be doing that? I don't know. I really don't have a read for this game for you guys. If I had to play it, I would go with Vegas and go with the line and take the +3. But this is a tough game. Iowa State's coming off that upset loss to Texas Tech last week, so they might have a hangover. Kansas, I don't know what they're really playing for. Maybe they're playing for pride. They do have a good coach, so I think he'll get his team up, get them ready for this game. A game I will not be getting involved in. If I had to play it, slight lean to Kansas. Nothing more to really be said about that game. Next game, number 23, Clemson. So look, I had a feeling, man, last week. I'm a big Louisville guy. I didn't take it last week, but I knew Louisville would hang in there, and they got the outright upset against Clemson last week. Now Clemson's ranked 23rd, 6-2 on the season, 5-1 in ACC play. Virginia Tech is at home, 5-4 on the season. Now Clemson's -6, over and under 53.5 here. Haven't really broke down this game. I don't know if Drones is playing for Virginia Tech. If he comes back, gives them a better shot. Clemson's the type of team that you don't know which Clemson will show up. So it's tough betting their games. Yeah, they were rolling people, but as I was stating, they were playing cupcakes. So they were doing what they were supposed to be doing. I think them going on the road here in a tough environment, Vatex, 1 win away from being bowl eligible. Yeah, I know they got another team on their schedule they can win, but why not get this bowl win right now? I think giving them +6 is a lot of points. Only way I could lean in this game is Vatex. I know Clemson's coming off that loss. They want to bounce back. They still got a chance for an ACC title game, but that was a tough loss at home in Death Valley, so I don't know if they get up off the mat for this one. I lean Vatex in the points at home in a tough environment. Next game, ladies and gentlemen. Number 25, Army. A lot of people are thinking this team is disrespected. They're 8-0 on the season. Uh, I don't think they're being disrespected. They're right where they should be, ranked 25th. I could see maybe a 23rd, 22nd ranking. But other than that, they haven't played anybody, all cupcakes. But hey, they're 8-0. They've been handling business. Now they're going on a face off against North Texas. Sneaky North Texas team, 5-3 on the season. Army is -4, over and under 64.5. Now, this line is telling us North Texas is going to be a feisty dog in this game. Army, great quarterback, dual threat. I believe it's Daly at him for Army. Can run. It's going to be a tough game. I slightly lean the Army, but I do think North Texas will fight in this game. That's why the spread is telling us -4. So slightly in the Army. Nothing really, set in stone to bet there. But I do like Army in that game. Number 20, Colorado, 6-2 on the season, facing off against Texas Tech at their crib. Texas Tech coming off of a big upset win. And do you believe? Cut the bull jump. You know what I'm saying? I'm going with Shador in this game. I'm going with Colorado ranked 20th. I do believe in this team. Now, will I be betting it? Maybe. I'll think about it. The main reason I like Colorado in this game is Texas Tech is coming off that big upset win. Maybe they're really riding high. So I slightly lean to Colorado. But laying 4 is tough because I can see this game going down to the wire, ending in a field goal. I like Colorado. This will be a shootout. Should be an over game. Texas Tech, hey, they're a pretty good team, man. A lot of people slept on this team. They didn't see them beating Iowa State last week. But as I've stated, I said Texas Tech in the points last week was a go. And they shocked the world and beat Iowa State. So I think they may be riding high. So a slight lean to Colorado in this game. Game I probably won't be betting just because the line's at -4. I don't like that line. If it was -3 Colorado, which it was earlier, I would have took Colorado in that game. Next game, we got 4-4 Maryland team heading out to Eugene to face off against the number 1 team in the country, and rightfully so, the Oregon Ducks. They're 9-0 in the season, 6-0 in the Big Ten. Only tough game they really had was against Ohio State. Yeah, they had a little slip up early in the season, but we won't talk about that. That was early in the year. They still got all these victories, and I don't see this train stopping here. This locomotive has keep on rolling. You know what I'm saying? You know the buzzsaw reference. The buzzsaw is just slicing through everything. All of the knives are sharp. They're not getting dull. Keep taking Oregon. First half. Dan Lanning last week. He didn't have to cover. He didn't have to rub it in Michigan's face, but he did. So I like Oregon first half in this game, full game, if I had to play it. I don't like laying these big spreads, ladies and gentlemen, because it can go either way. But if I had to, I like Oregon early and often in this game. Maryland is sneaky, though. Don't get me wrong. The quarterback is pretty solid. I can't think of it. I think it's Edwards. Yeah, I believe it's Edwards, the quarterback for Maryland. He can put up stats, so it'll be a sneaky backdoor cover for Maryland. But Oregon will win this game. Nothing else really to be said about that. Number 7, Tennessee, 7-1 on the season, at home in Knoxville, facing off against the worst team in the SEC, Mississippi State Bulldogs. Sorry, those cowbells are not working this year. You're 0-5 in SEC play, and I haven't seen Mississippi State 0-5 in SEC in a while. That sucks to be a Bulldogs fan, but Tennessee wins. Do they cover? I think they cover. I don't see Mississippi State doing anything in this game. But I will say this, though. Matter of fact, maybe Tennessee looking ahead next week. They play Georgia next week. I forgot. So maybe they could be in a look-ahead spot. Got to be careful with this spread here, 24 in the hook. I'll take that back. They might not cover. So be careful with that one. I do like Tennessee possibly first half. Maybe they get in, try to get 3 touchdowns real quick, get it out the way. So lean Tennessee first half. If I have to lay on the spread, we know Tennessee's winning this game. That's all that really matters. Next game, Notre Dame minus 26.5 over and under 42.5. Notre Dame 7-1 on the season. Florida State 1-8 on the season. Man, only slip up Notre Dame had on this year was against NIU. And I know people are like, what? NIU? If you guys haven't been keeping up with college football, Notre Dame lost to NIU at home. So it's possible they could lose to Florida State. But it's not going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. They are not losing to Florida State. This line is 26.5 for a reason. And its total is kind of tricky. You know, it's only 42 on the hook here. So they're thinking only one team will score. That'll be Notre Dame. And I agree with them. This Notre Dame defense is going to give Florida State all the problems in the world. Florida State will be lucky to get 10 points in this game. I can see a 30 to 10 type of game, if not worse. Slight lean to Florida State in the points. I hate to say it, which sucks, but I could not take anything with Florida State on my ticket. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. This team is just terrible. Notre Dame will win this game. Let's get to the next game, and this is one of the best games on the board besides the Georgia and Ole Miss. We got number 11, Alabama, 6-2 on the season, 3-2 in SEC play, facing off against the number 15 team, LSU, 6-2 on the season, 3-1 in SEC play. Right now, Alabama's minus 2.5, similar spread to that Georgia game. You guys take note of that. Usually when the spreads are like that, one team will win, the other team will lose. Totals 58 in the hook. Now, this is a banger right here. One end, you got Jalen Milroe. You got Kalen DeVore. The other side, you got Brian Kelly. And you got Nussmeier. Who do you think's the better coach? Who do you think's the better quarterback? Now, quarterback, let's break that down, because that's more interesting. I think Garrett Nussmeier's the better quarterback, especially when it comes to throwing the ball down the field. I like his accuracy. I like how he's tough. He hangs in there. He'll wait to the last second for his receivers to get open. He'll take the big hits. He's not scared. He'll lay in there. So I like Nussmeier as a quarterback, as a passer. Yeah, Jalen Milroe, he has the dual threat ability, and that can be a game changer. As you've seen, Texas A&M, when they put in Reed against LSU, he came in there and changed the game. But I think the fact that they got an extra week, both these teams were coming off bye weeks. So it's a check for both the teams there. They'll both be healthy. They both have good game plans. I don't think LSU this time will be caught off guard with the dual threat ability with Jalen Milroe. So slight lean to quarterback, LSU. Now let's talk about the coaches. Coaches, Kalen DeBoer, I think he's a great coach. I'm not going to take anything away from him. He took that Washington team last year to a national title. But this season, him being unfamiliar with this team, Alabama, he's going into the hostile territory. He's never seen anything like this. Going to LSU at night, they hate this Bama team. And Alabama has been owning LSU lately. And it's about time for LSU to get one back on them. I slightly like Brian Kelly as the better coach. So I'm going with the better quarterback, better coach. I like LSU here getting a +3. Looks like the line dropped a little bit to 2 in the hook. You might want to wait, see if you can get a +3 with LSU. I like LSU to win this game outright. Take the points just in case, because these games are wild and they could come down to the last field goal. You might end up with a push, but a push is a win around here in the gambling community. So LSU plus the points. I've stated my reasonings. Let's move on to the next game. All right. This one, we got Oklahoma 5-4 on the season, 1-4 in the SEC play. Facing off against number 24, Missouri, 6-2 on the season, 2-2 in SEC play. And man, this Oklahoma team has no offense. I don't even know who's been quarterbacking. I haven't been keeping up with them, to keep it real. I don't know if it's Arnold or the other kid, the freshman. I can't think of his name. I don't even know who's quarterbacking. Mizzou, man, everybody had high hopes for this team on the season. Brady Cook. It's tough, man. This line right here, Oklahoma -3. Total is 41 and a hook. They're saying this is an Oklahoma game. I might have to agree with them here, just because Oklahoma needs one win to be bowl eligible. So I could see them winning this game. Game I would not be betting though. This is just a tough matchup. I will go with Vegas on this one. If you guys want to look into see who's quarterbacking, make sure you cross your T's and dot your I's on this one, because I haven't been keeping up with any of these teams. Once these teams start taking them L's, they just been taking a back burner. So slight lean to Oklahoma. Talk me off. Let me know in the comments if you guys bet in that game. Next game, we got Washington 5-4 on the season, 3-3 in Big Ten play, facing off against the number 6 team in the country, Penn State, 7-1 on the season, 4-1 in Big Ten play. Right now, Penn State -14. Total is 46.5. I like Penn State in this game, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys don't know, it's a whiteout game. Yeah. If you don't know about the whiteout games, this place is going to be rocking. Penn State coming off of a loss to Ohio State. They're pissed off right now. James Franklin, he loves to run it up. Washington on the other end, coming in off of a big win, upset win against my team, USC Trojans. So I called that game last week too. I said Washington would beat USC. So I see them coming in riding high. Whiteout game. Yeah, Washington first half. It might be close. By the third quarter, this place is going to be rocking. I see a late turnover. And yeah, Penn State will win. And I got them covering this game, this -14. It was 13 in the hook. Looked like some sharp late money or some sharp early money came in on Penn State. I got to rock with it. Only way I could bet this game is Penn State. I will be having Penn State in some money line parlays. Best believe that this week. Next game, we got Nevada 3-7 on the season, 0-4 in Mountain West play, facing off against the number 12 team in the country, and rightfully so. That's Boise State, 7-1, 4-0 in Mountain West. Boise State -24. It's tough to call these games in the Mountain West. We know Boise State is head and shoulders better than any team in that conference, except maybe UNLV. So I like Boise State to win. Slightly lean to them covering because Nevada's just not a good team this season. I'm sorry, Nevada fans, but you guys haven't won a conference game. So slight lean to Boise State, but not going to be betting this one. But we know Boise State will win and try to get in that playoff. Next game, we got Virginia 4-4 on the season, 2-3 in ACC play, facing off against number 18 team in the nation, Pittsburgh, 7-1 on the season, 3-1 in ACC play. And how about Pittsburgh, man? They still got a chance to make an ACC title. Pittsburgh -7 in the hook, over and under 56.5. Tough matchup here. I think this game can go either way. Slight lean to Pittsburgh just because they're at home. I like that team over there. I like the coach, like the quarterback. Virginia has been a little sneaky team. They're feisty. They'll play hard. Slight lean to Pittsburgh, though, just because they're at home. I know they just got the rank next to their name, still got the rank next to their name. They're trying to hold on to it. So hopefully Pittsburgh gets that win. Game I won't be betting, but if you guys do, I'll lean the Pittsburgh way. Next game, And this game right here is called the Holy War, the Mormon War. Are you sure? BYU is ranked number 9. Are you really sure? Ladies and gentlemen, they're 8-0 in the season, 5-0 in the Big 12 play. Utah's 4-4, 1-4 in Big 12 play. BYU -3, over and under 40 in the hook. Man, what can I say? I don't believe in this BYU team. I'm sorry. I know I've been disrespecting you guys all year. I just don't believe in this team. Now, Utah, I don't believe in that team either, but they're 4-4 on the season. They're 2 wins away, and they're at home in a tough place to really play. Even though both of these teams are from the same area, they're from Utah, so they're used to this elevation. I don't think it'll bother BYU, but this being a late night game on ESPN, I gotta think Utah plus the points is the way to go. And I hate to say it because I've been fading this BYU. I think I faded them twice. Of course, I lost. I'm a man of my word. You know, I'm not going to lie to you guys about that. But I like slightly lean to Utah in this game. I know it's no Cam Rising, but Wilson, he should be able to hold his own against this BYU team, who I think is slightly overrated. I like Utah plus the points here. Low total for a reason. This is going to be a dog fight. It's going to be a Mormon fight. Holy War. Hopefully Utah pulls it out because I really don't think BYU should be their 9th ranked team. Now, if BYU gets past this and win the Big 12, then hey, put them in the playoff. Let's see what they do. Last and final game. Number 21, Washington State. They're at home, 7-1 on the season, facing off against Utah State. We got one of the Pac-2 teams here. Washington State -20.5, 69.5. I honestly forgot about this Washington State team. It's a team I was betting on early in the season. They have a prolific offense. I could see why this spread here is 20 in the hook. Their defense is atrocious. They give up points instantly, but they will score right back on you. So I see why this total is at 69 in the hook makes sense. Slight lean to Washington State in the over. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. The picks are finished. Top 25. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe button. Let's get this cash. My favorite bets on the board. I'm going to go over them real quick. It's Georgia -2.5. If you could get LSU +3, take the +3. And I do like Penn State and Miami. Both them teams will win. We know Texas will win. We know Notre Dame will win. Tennessee should win. Oregon should win. Might could do a long parlay just because. So I'll just drop some juice for y'all. But in the meantime, in between time, let's get this cash. Hit the like, subscribe button. First and goal. Week 11. NCAA is in the books. This is not financial advice. Yeah. Nah, I don't judge. Eat how you gonna eat, keep it legit. And please don't bother me, rather in advance. Or you hit the lottery, buy new commodities.